The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
Brandon, scorned as the one who ran. What do you do when you're branded and you know you're a man?
This is the Wake Up Crew with John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
And good morning, everyone. It's Get it out of my mouth here. It's the Thursday. I'm still having trouble saying it. It's Thursday. There you go. August 8th, episode 1466. And our first, let's see if anybody wants to know, our first primetime sports show is on Thursday. That's in 7 days. That's really kind of the kickoff, isn't it, to football season?
Yes, it is.
Clark Blair's still hosting that show?
Of course.
We haven't fired him, or he hasn't resigned or anything?
We don't fire people here. You know that.
A lot of people resign.
Well,
leave. Rod Edwards will be part of that show. Danny Brewer, maybe.
yeah, Danny's
Okay.
in like Flint.
You and me, an occasional,
Nah.
very occasional, non-occasional tour of duty for that show. And the first coaches show's in 9 days. And the first high school football game's in 14 days, which will be the 22nd of August, I believe.
Yes,
That will be Siegel at Shelbyville at Siegel,
that is correct.
starting at 7 o'clock. Game time will be on the air about 6:50.
Well, primetime sports will lead in, so we'll have an hour lead into it. And then Friday night, we're at Smyrna as Riverdale goes to Smyrna. So it's a 2-game opening week.
And there's a good possibility I won't be there for opening day. I hate missing opening day, but, I have a little medical procedure I have to take care of, and I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
So playing that by ear. But I'll be back for Friday.
Okay.
Where are we going to be Friday?
At Smyrna.
Oh, yeah.
Riverdale at Smyrna.
Good food.
Yeah.
That's the only, I kind of look at it that way now. I just say, who has the best food? That's where I'm going.
I see.
Yeah. So.
And Dr. Sutherland was on the roundtable a few weeks back, and apparently there have been massive changes inside the press box, upgrades inside the press box that even she doesn't know and she won't get to see until opening game. That
they thought about making it wider in the back, didn't they? Or something like that?
I don't know if that is happening or if it's just interior and what they've done in there, but assistant principal and athletic director Billy Harris has been heading that up, and she said he won't even let me go up there until the first game. So,
well, in case it doesn't work out, he won't be in trouble. It's so funny that it's here and school's already started.
Yeah.
Was this first full day, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
First full day. Okay, so a few reminders. We're here early this morning to tell you to watch all the traffic signs, school bus stops.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain things you can look this up on the web. How to go around a school bus. Like when to, when not to, when to stop, that kind of thing. When the lights are out, and that kind of thing.
And stop in both directions. That's not just for the people behind the bus. It's also for the people in front of the bus. You have to stop.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All directions stop when the bus stops.
I think if you just take it in mind now that you're driving around, if you were maybe speeding a little bit, maybe a little over the speed limit, you really need to bring that down a little bit. If you used to go 35 and a 30, really go 30. Is that making sense?
Wow.
People kind of take advantage of the speed limit.
Sure.
So let's actually follow it.
15 in those school zones now.
Yes, exactly. And my phone is, somebody's texting me at 6:15
Why?
in the morning. I don't know.
Probably. Can you take so and so to
No,
volleyball practice?
no.
or
It's
something?
usually something golf related.
Oh.
When you get off, can you play or that kind of thing. That's why sometimes I make fast getaways out of here.
So you play golf every day?
Well,
Because by the time I pack up and look up, you're already out the door.
couple of days a week. That's not true.
No goodbye.
That's not true. Well, it has become kind of a drag in terms of.
All I see is the dust behind you as you sprint out the door.
I didn't know our relationship bothered you that much. The little things like that, kind of bother you. Have you been checking out the Olympics?
I have watched some.
I haven't really watched it. Watched it.
Well, I haven't done that either, but I did. I caught the gold medal game of the of handball,
Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I watched handball, but table tennis.
Table tennis, ping pong, table tennis,
And that was quite crazy. I did like handball, though. It's kind of like soccer and basketball all together. It's kind of cool.
They've got a good, what is it, swimming. We've got a couple of Nashville girls, local girls in that. All right, we've got more to talk about here on this Thursday morning. Our weather's coming up first, though. It's 6:17.
Checking your Rutherford County weather. Mostly sunny for today. Highs top out near 94 degrees. Winds north 5 to 15 miles per hour. Higher gusts possible. Tonight, clear to partly cloudy. Lows drop to 73. Winds north-northwest 5 to 10. Friday, lots more sunshine. Highs approach 91. Then lows fall back to 63 on Friday night. I'm meteorologist Phil Jensko with your Wake Up Crew forecast. Right now, it's 74.
This is Charlie Pitts, Murfreesboro Singing Barber. I want to start this thing off by getting everyone that's got a business to lower the prices. Come on over to my shop. I'll give you $5 off all the services that we got. We need to do all we can to get the prices down for each other. And everybody all over has got real high prices, and we need to lower them. Come on over to my shop. I'll give you $5 off all the services that we got. Charlie Pitts Barber. I'm at 2528 Las Casas Pike.
Who buys Habitat for Humanity homes?
People who are working, and they work hard. Generally, it's 40 to 80% of the area median income.
And everyone can support the dream of home ownership by shopping at the Habitat Restore.
We have 20 future homeowners in our program right now.
It just does so much for the community.
Please shop at the Habitat Restore, 850 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard.
Murfreesboro Funeral Home and Cremation Services.
What type of services they would think they would want.
Staff members are caring, who understand that each family is unique.
We ask them the questions.
Keith Stapleton, manager of the Murfreesboro Funeral Home, off of South Church Street.
Hi, this is Wade Hayes, and I'm sitting here with my son Nick and my grandson Jack. Jack, we know what you like, chicken fingers and curly fries. But Nick, what's your favorite thing at Toots?
Hot wings.
Well, that's coming from the Wing King.
Thank you, Rutherford County, for 39 amazing years. So swing by one of our 4 Rutherford County locations. Toots, good food and fun since 1985. Many things have changed, but one thing hasn't. Toots is still the place for good food and fun.
Hi, this is Ryan with Tire World Laverne, here to serve all your automotive needs in Rutherford County. We welcome all your fleet and commercial accounts, along with all your regular routine maintenance. Tire World, a hometown family business you can trust.
Franklin's Printworks has been in Murfreesboro for over 25 years. We are a full-service commercial printer, everything from business cards, brochures, booklets to banners. My name is Jeff Carlton. I handle sales and marketing for Franklin's Printworks. We hear a lot people who have been working with printers on the internet, had issues, and they know that if we're working with someone local, that A, they know where to find us, and B, they know that we'll take care of it because we have to take care of our neighbors. Our website is franklinsprinting.org.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
At the Olympics, the U.S. women's basketball team won their quarterfinal game over Nigeria 88-74. That's 59 straight wins in Olympic competition for the U.S. women's basketball team. They'll face Australia in the semifinals on Friday. In baseball games of note, battle of division leaders in L.A. with the Phillies down in the Dodgers 9-4 behind Kyle Schwarber's 3 homers and 7 RBI. Philadelphia takes 2 of 3 in the series and reclaims the top record in baseball at 68-46 for the Dodgers. Their lead in the NL West is down to 3 games on San Diego and Arizona. Astros beat the Rangers 6-4, while the Mariners lost to the Tigers 6-2. So Houston moves a half game up on Seattle for the top spot in the AL West. Yankees and Angels split a doubleheader, while the Orioles beat the Blue Jays 7-3. So Baltimore and New York are once again tied for the AL East lead. Diamondbacks take 2 in a doubleheader against the Guardians in Cleveland. Cleveland's dropped 5 in a row. They're leading the AL Central, still 3.5 on Minnesota.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
It's 6:21 here on the Wake Up Crew, and we're powered by Middle Tennessee Electric, Empty East Charitable Foundation. Sharing Change, that's right. Sharing Change is funded by members who round up their electric bills to the nearest dollar each month as a donation and support hundreds of nonprofits. You can find out more at sharingchange.org. You know, we were talking about the Olympics, and I kind of got into the track and field is going on, too.
Yeah.
And the USA in get medal wise is doing pretty well. I can remember in the old days.
Oh, we're 20 to 30 medals ahead of anybody now.
You remember when we used to really pay attention to that, the medal count?
Yeah.
And I mean, it would make us mad when like Russia was in front and that kind of thing.
We're just smoking people now.
Well, yeah, I don't know about gold medals, but I know overall medals we're killing them, right?
Except, so I watched some badminton as well, the gold medal game in badminton, and it was China versus Chinese Taipei. So, and it was in the the ping pong table tennis. It was the women's. It was two Chinese women.
Yeah,
and so
they
kind of dominate some of those.
Yeah. But track and field, man, swimming, gymnastics, we just blew them out of the water.
Yeah.
They had a good little meme about that where all the other girls, they shows Simone Bowles doing her thing, and they flashed to the people that are waiting next in line, took a peek, and they looked so sad. Okay, let's go to our song of the day today.
Still back to school songs.
Yeah.
And this one kind of a little bit of a throwback, too, I think.
Beauty school dropout. No graduation day for you. Beauty school dropout. Missed your midterms and flunked shampoo. Well,
that's from the movie Grease. That's Frankie Avalon with Beauty School Dropout. A big comeback for Frankie. Kind of got him back on the go again. Great song. That's all you're going to say? That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good,
Tomorrow is another one.
Yeah.
It's not number one. It's just another one.
It's just
back to school songs. We're trying to cheer you up as much as we can, folks. Our good neighbor today is Gabby Denny for giving very helpful business advice. Gabby Denny will receive flowers from Jenny Harrison and the family over at Ryan Flowers Coffee and Gifts and News Radio WGNS.
So if you know someone that you think would be a great good neighbor of the day, I know you do, probably several, send them in. Text neighbor to 615-893-1450. And you'll get a reply on that link. Just tap on it, fill out the information. You can also do that at wgnsradio.com/goodneighbor. And same phone number for birthdays and anniversaries, 615-893-1450 on the Slick Pig Barbecue Birthday Club. Every year, the moon moves away from Earth about 4 centimeters. So the moon is getting further and further away.
Okay.
Stones River Manor, the only faith-based nonprofit home for seniors in Rutherford County.
Everyone is so friendly. They really want to make you happy here.
Stones River Manor offers independent living.
When you get to our age and you live in a house, there's always things that's got to be done. Living here, I don't have to worry about anything.
You don't have a yard to mow. You don't have a roof to repair.
Just what you want to do outside.
Start the journey. They're near the intersection of Haynes Drive and Memorial Boulevard. Online at stonesrivermanor.com.
At Heritage South Community Credit Union, we help when others won't. It's what our members tell us we do every day. The older model car you need to get to work? Yeah, we've helped with that. When you have a financial emergency and don't know where to turn, we've helped with that. Repairing your credit? Yes, we've helped with that. How about a second chance at a checking account? We've even helped with that. Experience the Heritage South difference. Learn more at heritagesouth.org. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Now an update from the WGNSradio.com News Center.
I'm Ron Jordan. Sheriff's deputies and police in Murfreesboro, Smyrna, and Laverne monitored school zones on Wednesday when Rutherford County and Murfreesboro City School students started a new year with their first half day. Sheriff's SRO Sergeant Dustin Cox reminds drivers to slow down in the school zones and pay attention to students who walk to school. Some school zone safety lights are being repaired, so drivers are reminded to slow down and be extra cautious for students as they return to class. School crossing officers will be posted at school zones to provide extra safety for students. Please slow down, refrain from using your phone, and obey the school crossing officer's signals during school times. Middle Tennessee State University's College of Education is training Nissan automotive employees to teach technical courses in local high schools this fall. It's part of a collaborative partnership with Nissan's Center of Excellence near Deckard to offer advanced manufacturing skills training at those schools. Students in the program will have the opportunity to earn industry-recognized certifications and accreditations upon completion, according to Nissan, which operates a powertrain manufacturing facility in Deckard, and pursued partnerships with K-12 school districts within 50 miles of the facility to establish centers at high schools. PepsiCo Beverages North America celebrated the grand opening of a new warehouse and distribution center in Smyrna. It's now the company's largest in the Southeast and second largest in the country. The new facility tripled Pepsi's local warehouse footprint with the relocation of its former downtown Nashville distribution warehouse facility to a nearly 400,000 square foot state-of-the-art location in Smyrna. It's at 2020 Midway Lane. For more information about job opportunities, visit PepsiCoJobs.com. I'm Ron Jordan reporting.
The Good Neighbor Network, on air and online at WGNSradio.com. Rutherford County's most trusted source for local news.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
And welcome back to the Wake Up Crew. It's now 27 minutes after 6 o'clock. And in case you're a regular listener to our program, we've got Good Neighbor events coming up in a few minutes, and we'll be taking a look at traffic and weather as well, particularly traffic today. Things are going to be a little more congested on Thursday and Friday today of this week, so just kind of be careful out there. Just watch everything going on. All right, you got a little something you're going to bring up today. I think it's kind of interesting.
Well, last few days, our engineer, Matt Aaron, has been playing around with AI, and, you know, there's so many things that you can do with ChatGPT, and this is one that I didn't know about. It's pretty interesting. He put in some information and says, make a song out of it, and the information, I said, well, try something with the Wake Up Crew, and he came up with 2 different versions and thought we might share some of them this morning.
Okay, that sounds good.
Well, here's one of the songs.
With Brian, John, and Dalton, we wake the town. The Wake Up Crew never bring us down. Their voices like old friends every single day. From the break of dawn, they light our way. Oh, WGS, the station we adore. Bringing news and so much more. From AM to FM, you've been our guide. In every storm and sun, you're by our side.
So that's one of them.
Yeah!
A little country remix there.
I kind of think that's pretty cute.
I
like
thought
that.
it was kind of cool myself.
What's the part where it says John Bryan? Was it Brian, John, and Dalton, or was it John Bryan?
It said Brian, I think, first.
Oh, well, then they need to make that. They need to make that correction.
New song.
Yeah, I don't like that song. I don't think I like it very much.
Here's the other one, real quick.
Tune in at sunrise to the Wake Up Crew. Brian, John, and Dalton got stories new. News, talk, sports, they got it all online. On WGN's the station you'll find. The Wake Up Crew, they start the day with laughter and chatter in a charming way. From local gossip to breaking news, they bring us close, they share our views. Tune in at sunrise to the Wake Up Crew.
So, I mean, it even has, this is the same chorus, you know, as it was earlier, too. So it has verses and choruses, and it's just putting it in and say, create a country song with this. It's really pretty amazing. And the quality's good, too.
Well, that Brian John thing's really kind of got me
Does it really?
It's kind of been put a damper on it a little bit. I mean, you know.
And times are tough. WGS gives us a reason to trust.
We could just play those all day, all morning long.
But I shared this with Dalton, too. I guess we got it after yesterday's show. And so who knows what we'll have by next week.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. I know. We had to throw that out there to him, didn't we?
He kind of liked them. And then he said, oh, well, what about if we get... And so, who knows?
Well, that'll be interesting to see. We're going to bore people for the next, 3 weeks playing music.
With songs about ourselves?
Yeah.
It's time for Today in History.
When you turn to Turner Security, powered by TechCore, you can leave your security issues at the door. Turn to Turner Security.
You're a good neighbor station, WGNS. Ask not what your country can do for you.
I'm Ryan Barrett.
Ask what you can do for your country.
I'm John Dinkins.
I have a dream.
This is Dalton Merritt.
Tear down this wall.
All right, today is Thursday, August 8th. In 1844, Brigham Young was chosen as the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And in 1876, Thomas Edison, I didn't know Tom personally, is granted the patent for autographic printing.
I think he went by Tommy.
Tommy Edison. In 1898, Will Kellogg invents cornflakes.
Great, thanks, Will.
Oh, they're great. 1960, the Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini hits number 1.
It was an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time today.
Oh, great songwriting there. 1963, the Kingsmen released Louie Louie. In 1969, the Beatles are photographed by Lane McKillen crossing the street as they walk away from EMI Studios for the cover of their Abbey Road album. And finally, in 1995, Gangster's Paradise, the single released by Coolio. It was the Billboard Song of the Year for 1995. And that's a look at Today in History. Coming up, we've got much more to come here on the Wake Up Crew. Brandon Brooks standing by now with CBS Rewind. It is 6:33.
This is CBS Rewind. August 8th, 1975. Jazz saxophonist Cannonball Adderley died of a stroke at age 46. This date in 1980. The release of the Olivia Newton-John movie, Xanadu.
It's a love story about a boy and girl from two very different worlds.
It was a dud. And August 8th, 2004. King Kong actress Fay Wray
The sound of those drums makes me nervous, I guess.
died at 96.
Well, then you wouldn't be bothered with having a woman on board.
I'm Brandon Brooks, and that's Rewind.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your car, home, motorcycle, commercial auto, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com.
Checking your Rutherford County weather. Mostly sunny for today. Highs top out near 94 degrees. Winds north 5 to 15 miles per hour. Higher gusts possible. Tonight, clear to partly cloudy. Lows drop to 73. Winds north-northwest 5 to 10. Friday, lots more sunshine. Highs approach 91. Then lows fall back to 63 on Friday night. I'm meteorologist Phil Jensko with your Wake Up Crew forecast. Right now it's 74.
Good morning. They've moved this right over to the side on 65 southbound at Trinity Lane. It's already heavy down through there as it is this time of the morning. And traffic's trying to load up at times on 24 westbound coming out of Murfreesboro, Rutherford County, passing 840, headed on into the Antioch area. Still positive right now in the Mount Juliet area. Wilson County traffic on 40 going westbound towards Nashville. Prince's Hot Chicken has new items on their new menu. Order online, princeshotchicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
This is Good Neighbor Events with Bart Walker. Brought to you by the law offices of John Day and AmeriCare Pest Control.
I've got pests, bees, buzzing rodents running all through my house. Ants chewing wood, and look, there's a mouse. I'm overrun with pests, but you're gonna be sure, safe and secure. It's the last rites for those pests. Call the best of the best to get rid of your pests.
893-7111. AmeriCare Services Incorporated. Call us today. 893-7111.
WGNS encourages you to shop local. Let's patronize our local family businesses. Don't forget Walter Hill Elementary School's 100th anniversary is this Saturday from 11 until 1 at Walter Hill Elementary School. You need to be there. Something Rotten is at the Art Center of Cannon County in neighboring Woodbury. Something Rotten, now through August 17th. Tryouts this Saturday for the Legacy Lions boys and girls middle school basketball. Those tryouts will be at Walter Hill First Baptist Church. The girls' tryouts are from 10 to 11:30, and the boys are from noon until 1:30. That's this Saturday at Walter Hill First Baptist Church. Farm fresh produce every Tuesday and Friday from 7 until noon at the Lane Agri Park. That's the farmer's market. There's also fresh produce around the Murfreesboro Square, Saturday mornings for the Main Street Market, 8 until noon, all around the courthouse. And if you live in Smyrna, the farmers market's from 8 until noon Saturday morning at the Train Depot. And those are WGNS Good Neighbor events.
If someone asked, "What's your more?" would you be surprised? Well, at First Bank, knowing your more is where we start. Whether it's seeing your kid's college graduation, seeing the world, or seeing the ocean from your patio, your more helps us see who you are. That's why First Bank offers you more time, more access to local lenders and leaders, more answers, and more products. So tell us, what's your more? First Bank. Bank local. Get more. Member FDIC.
Novatech, Middle Tennessee's local office technology and document solutions expert, reflects the additional managed IT and print services now available to area businesses. Visit Novatech.net. Novatech provides businesses with a predictable experience at a predictable expense. Novatech offers free cost analysis so you may easily choose the exact solutions to meet your needs within your budget. Visit Novatech.net. That's Novatech.net.
At McCabe Vision Center, we have added a full cosmetic line to the services that we provide.
Dr. Craig McCabe.
We provide laser treatments to get rid of those little brown splotches, surface blood vessels, as well as fine lines and wrinkles.
McCabe Vision Center.
Make yourself look 10 years younger. Call McCabe Vision Center.
On Heritage Park Drive, behind SunTrust Bank.
Fellas, if you've noticed a lack of energy, motivation, and drive, it could be low testosterone. Don't wait. Get checked by the experts at Low T Center. They have over a decade of experience helping patients achieve life-changing results with testosterone therapy, or TRT. And for established patients, they offer the convenience of physician-monitored at-home TRT with advanced personalized plans that include both lab testing and self-inject medication. Low T Center makes it easy, shipping directly to your door. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment online. Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
This is the Wake Up Crew with John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
It's time for the dad joke of the day. Oh, nice guy.
It's 21 minutes before 7 o'clock, and I think the last time we did Dad Joke, I did it.
No, it was Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday. And you slammed me pretty hard. And then you made an all-time low of a 1 and a 0, which I thought was coincidental. That the score after you got onto me, it was really low.
It's rigged.
I don't
this
know,
whole thing's rigged.
But what did our buddy think about it? What did he think about it?
Your jokes are amazing.
Okay, well, I guess that really is the only thing that really matters.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to
in your mind
continue to connect with our listeners and you two. Just whatever.
We'll try to see if you can connect today.
What do you call it when one banana eats another?
I don't know.
Cannibalism.
Ooh, that's hard to say. I'm giving you a 4.
All right.
Just on the fact that I don't think I could have pulled that off.
I said it at 6:40 in the morning. Cannibalism. Cannibalism.
It's getting worse, isn't it?
Yeah. It's hard to say.
I want to see you say it at 7:30 this morning. That should be an exciting time. All right, Man on the Street Newsmakers coming our way here on the Wake Up Crew. It is 6:41, and you're listening to News Radio WGNS.
CBS News Brief. Officials in Austria say 2 teenagers had plans to kill as many people as possible outside Taylor Swift's concert venue this week. The suspects have been arrested. The performance is canceled. Aideen Ferry traveled to Vienna from the U.S.
Heartbreaking. Really, really heartbreaking.
Tropical storm Debbie made a second landfall in South Carolina overnight.
A lot of rain, a lot of wind.
The system's expected to weaken to a tropical depression as it sets out on a path to the northeast today. In his first interview since dropping out of the race, President Biden tells CBS News he's not confident of a peaceful transition if Donald Trump doesn't win.
He means what he says. We don't take him seriously. He means it. All the stuff about if we lose, there'll be a bloodbath. It's have to be a stolen election. Look what they're trying to do now in the local election districts where people count the votes. They're elected, they're putting people in place in states that they're going to count the votes, right?
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Now an update from the WGNSradio.com News Center.
I'm Ron Jordan. Back to school looks different for some Tennessee students this year, including those opting for virtual classes as popularity in online schooling grows across the state. According to a 2023 report from the Urban Institute, Tennessee Public Schools lost more than 14,000 students from the fall of 2019 semester to the fall of 2021 semester. Using that same time, private school enrollment in the state increased by more than 14%, while other children moved to homeschooling and virtual options, including Tennessee Connections Academy. The Tennessee Connections Academy students attend live synchronous classes with certified teachers, complete homework, and work on other assignments in their own time. Tennessee Connections Academy has reached the state enrollment capacity of 3,000 students, and they now have a wait list. The Tennessee Board of Regents and Google announced a new partnership Tuesday. It will help thousands of Tennessee community and technical college students earn Google career certificates in high-growth fields. TBR will also offer students the company's new Google AI Essential course, designed and taught by AI experts at Google to teach foundational skills in artificial intelligence technology. Google Career Certificates help by preparing learners for the in-demand fields of cybersecurity and IT support, among others. TBR will offer the certificates that will help students gain job-ready skills and an industry-recognized certificate. PepsiCo Beverage North America celebrated the grand opening of a new warehouse and distribution center in Smyrna. It's now the company's largest in the Southeast and second largest in the country. For more information about job opportunities there, visit PepsiCoJobs.com. I'm Ron Jordan reporting.
The Good Neighbor Network, on air and online at WGNSradio.com. Rutherford County's most trusted source for local news.
Habitat for Humanity trains people to be successful at home ownership.
So they're very, very prepared for home ownership, and they are buying their home.
You heard correctly. The Habitat homeowner buys their home. It's not given to them.
It just does so much for the community.
Contact Habitat for Humanity and discover how you can help others with home ownership.
It's just a great impact on the family.
Hi, this is Bob Cornell, pastor of Covenant Church right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. The answer that you've been looking for is found in Jesus and what he accomplished at the cross. You see, Jesus changes lives from the inside out. We would love for you to join us at Covenant Church, located at 1124 Brinkley Ave right here in Murfreesboro. We have services Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. and Tuesdays at 7 p.m. You can learn more about us at our Cornell Ministries YouTube channel. We want you to grow in Christ at Covenant Church.
Ascension St. Thomas Heart is the leader in Middle Tennessee for heart care, providing the most advanced options, including heart surgery and transplants. Our nationally recognized cardiac team cares for more adult hearts than anyone in the state, from AFib to heart failure, using minimally invasive options when possible to help shorten recovery, making Ascension St. Thomas Heart your first choice for routine heart care and cardiac emergencies. Schedule a heart screening or find a cardiologist at ascension.org/St. Thomas Heart.
As a leader in environmental services, sustainability is deeply integrated into our business model. At Middle Point Landfill, we are environmentalists at heart. This is Mike Klassen with Middle Point Landfill. We use cutting-edge technology in combination with our deep experience in recycling and waste services to protect our environment and our neighbors. That's our job, and that's our promise. We invite you to learn more about us at middlepointlandfill.com. Republic Services, we are sustainability in action.
Turn to Turner Security for your business or your home. With Turner on your team, you're never alone. For everything you need, all you gotta do is call. Turner's got it all. When you turn to Turner Security, powered by TechCore, you can leave your security issues at the door. Turn to Turner Security.
Man on the Street Newsmakers, brought to you by Old National Bank in Murfreesboro.
We're excited to announce that Capstar Bank is now officially a division of Old National Bank. All those friends you've made while banking here over the years, well, they're still there. And so are the delicious, warm, homemade cookies.
In Murfreesboro at 2230 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard.
Everything you enjoyed at Capstar, still there at Old National Bank. Old National Bank, ready to serve you.
Old National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Now, information you need. Are there major risk factors of Alzheimer's disease and dementia that we need to be aware of?
If you have a biological parent that has the disease, if they're carrying that gene, you do have a 50% chance of getting the disease.
But the greatest risk are with
people who smoke have a higher risk of forming Alzheimer's. People who drink alcohol have a higher risk of Alzheimer's. Exercise is a good way to lower your risk factor. Education is also a great way to lower your risk factor because you're exercising your brain. You're stretching it by learning.
And here's a shocker.
When we look at all of the counties, Rutherford County ranks third out of all the counties in the state where Alzheimer's is listed as the cause of death. Overall, Alzheimer's is the 6th leading cause of death in America. So more people die of Alzheimer's than they do of breast cancer and prostate cancer combined. Women have a higher risk of Alzheimer's than men. With men, they focused for the last at least 20 years on cardiovascular health, which were all risk factors we've already discussed for Alzheimer's. So by focusing on their cardiovascular health, they improve their risk factors for Alzheimer's.
And that's information you need about Alzheimer's disease and dementia.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
And welcome back to the Wake Up Crew. It's 6:48, and we are just sitting here talking about all kinds of things.
Yeah, you've been a busy little booger this week.
Been kind of a little chauffeur some of the week. Got today and then Thursday and Friday they're in school, so
yeah,
everything kind of gets back to normal, but in a weird way, no. Because we've had a lot of free time, and now it's like boom, everybody's back to busy bees.
Well, back to normal also means, what is that normal? It'll take a little bit for everybody to settle into it.
Oh yeah, everybody's gonna be tired, gonna want to go to bed at 8:30 or 9. I have gotten myself
That's me every day.
I have gotten myself in a habit of staying up too late for 6 o'clock. I call this a tea time. For 6 o'clock tea time, probably 12 o'clock's not a good time to go to bed. Midnight.
Well, unless you need only 6 hours. Well,
I've gotten in a bad habit of going home and taking a nap.
Oh, that's your problem.
Yep. So I've got to try to stay awake, but there's nobody home. So.
Well, you can do what I've been doing. You can teach Chipper some new tricks.
What?
Teach Chipper some new tricks. I use my free time to teach Skeeter tricks.
Okay, my dog's just not going to be that, so.
He can dance, You say dance, and he'll do a little dance. He's almost got Bang Bang.
He's a puppy.
Yeah. He's almost got Bang Bang down. So
you're going to teach him the same thing you taught Ladybug.
Mm-hmm. It's really funny, too, though, because she'll be sitting right there beside of him because it's a treat and she knows.
Yeah.
And so when I do Bang Bang and working with him, she's already in the floor saying, "Where's my treat?" So.
Do you give her one?
Yeah, usually.
Yeah.
So she's gained 15 pounds. Try to do all these tricks with the dog.
I just think he seems to be is he physically able to do some of those things?
Yeah.
Well, he's 2 weeks old?
Dance is, it's like jumping up on his hind legs.
He's like, how old is he?
Almost 4 months, I guess.
Pretty amazing.
Now's the time to teach them, though.
Yeah.
When they're puppies.
Teach them when they're young.
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you do that with Dalton?
Well, mistakes were made. You learn from those.
He just couldn't do bang bang though, could he? that didn't work out for him, did it?
No.
Tricks at that early. Wow.
Yeah.
I thought maybe wait till 6-7 months.
Oh no.
When they're physically.
No, we've got Sid.
Now can he go up the steps now?
Yeah.
So there's no deterrence anymore.
No.
Nothing get in his way.
Does
he jump? Does he jump?
No, he can walk up the steps now.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking about like he can't jump on a bed. Don't teach him how to jump on a bed.
No, he's got his little stairs that he comes up.
Yeah,
and he
good.
goes back
Not
down.
good for their backs.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but
I never had that trouble with Chipper. He never enjoyed. He'll jump on my couch, but like a bed, it's pretty high.
Yeah,
and we've had dachshunds to do that, and
well, now Skeeter thinks he's big stuff now that he can get on the bed by himself.
Yeah,
you know, he'll just get up there and stick his little head up and like look at me.
Wow.
Handshake, fist bump, we're doing all those tricks.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Sit, stay.
I never taught Chipper do any of that.
Well, it's fun.
He knows when I say stop.
Or go outside.
Or stay. He knows that.
Yeah.
But
all I have to say is, are you? And their ears perk up and he turns his head to the
side.
Say
what?
Are you? Because it's either, are you ready to go outside, which they get excited about, or are you hungry? And they're very excited about that. So
you feed them once a day.
It's exciting in my house.
It must be really exciting when they get food. All right, let's go to some birthdays today.
For anybody in the audience who's got a birthday today, happy birthday to you.
All right, the year's 1921. Esther Williams was born, American swimmer and actress, born in Inglewood, California. In 1921, Webb Pierce, American honky-tonk country singer, songwriter, and guitarist.
He's in the jailhouse now.
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 I told him once or twice to quit playing cards and shooting dice. He's in the jailhouse now.
1926, Richard Anderson, American actor. He played Oscar Goldman in The $6 Million Man and The Bionic Woman. I was going to tell you a little something more about him.
What's that?
He's in the last episode of The Fugitive as well. The very last show of The Fugitive.
Okay.
The TV show.
He was in other things,
He was
too,
in a
huh?
lot of stuff, a lot of Perry Masons. In 1937, Dustin Hoffman, American actor, born in Los Angeles, California.
Auditioning tonight at the Ad-Lib for the first time. Please welcome Rogers and Clark.
What's that from?
I don't know. I don't know. That was Dustin Hoffman doing something, I guess. 1949, Keith Carradine. In 1953, Donnie Most, American actor. He was in Happy Days.
Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days.
Roger Federer, born in 1981. And 1998, Shawn Mendes, Canadian singer and songwriter.
I know I can treat you better.
He's a pretty good singer, pretty popular. And that's celebrity birthdays. Locally, Pamela Barrett has one, Michelle Buford, Elaine Haynes, Craig Snyder, Marty Hull, Christy Baird, and Mike Bifford have birthdays today.
And if you want to add to that list, it's very easy to do. You got until about 7:30, 7:35 to call or text 615-893-1450. Jump in on the Slick Pig Barbecue Birthday Club with us. The water's warm. Well, today is National Dollar Day, National Frozen Custard Day, and also National Whataburger Day.
All right, congratulations. It's 6:55.
Checking your Rutherford County weather. Mostly sunny for today. Highs top out near 94 degrees. Winds north 5 to 15 miles per hour. Higher gusts possible. Tonight, clear to partly cloudy. Lows drop to 73. Winds north-northwest 5 to 10. Friday, lots more sunshine. Highs approach 91. Then lows fall back to 63 on Friday night. I'm meteorologist Phil Jensko with your Wake Up Crew forecast. Right now it's 74.
WGNS is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric, who offers this energy-saving tip during the hot summer months. Nudge your thermostat up, ideally between 76 and 78 degrees to reduce cooling cost. For more tips, go to mte.com/myenergyplan.
Good morning. The fire department is still on scene this wreck out here in Bellevue, Highway 100 at Trace Creek Drive. Again, they have the intersection blocked there on Highway 100 out here in West Nashville. Traffic's on the increase even more now. Down 65 through Millersville. It's loading up 24 westbound up through the Antioch area coming in from Murfreesboro, Rutherford County. Nash Painting is a non-franchise painting company. Mention this ad, you get a 10% discount. Call Nash Painting today at 912-2288. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
LaGreen's Masonry is a local family business. They build quality brick mailboxes. LaGreen's Masonry has over 19 years experience, and they're A+ rated by the BBB. Check their website, lagreensmasonry.com.
All right, guys, it's Scott. If you're feeling tired, lacking motivation and drive, gaining weight, or noticing a loss of muscle mass, these could all be signs of low testosterone. Don't wait. Find out now. At Low T Center here in Murfreesboro on Medical Center Parkway, they make it easy to get your levels checked. And with their on-site lab, you'll get those results back in about 25 minutes. Low T Center is not a typical doctor's office. Their physicians specialize in treating low testosterone with customized therapy, or TRT, for each patient. The experts at Low T Center have over a decade of experience helping patients achieve life-changing results, and most health insurance is accepted for treatment. For established patients with stable T levels, they also offer a convenient, physician-monitored, self-inject treatment plan that ships directly to your home each month without the need to come into the office for weekly visits. And at Low T Center, you can also get your health evaluated for treatment with prescription GLP-1 weight loss medications. Yep, you can lose weight. Get back to your best. Go to lowtcenter.com to book your appointment today. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
As a leader in environmental services, sustainability is deeply integrated into our business model. At Middle Point Landfill, we are environmentalists at heart. We use a cutting-edge technology in combination with our deep experience in recycling and waste services to protect our environment and our neighbors. That's our job, and that's our promise. This is Mike Klassen with Middle Point Landfill. We invite you to learn more about us at middlepointlandfill.com. For public services, we are sustainability in action.
Here's a question. What do you want from your electric co-op?
An app for easy payment.
Solar energy solutions.
I just want to talk to a real person when I need help.
Energy tips and low rates.
Done, 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 done.
I want to fly my car to the moon.
Houston, let's talk about electric vehicles. Energy Service Life. That's Middle Tennessee Electric. We're here to get done what matters most to you. Learn more at mte.com.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
Our time is fleeting fast. It is about 2 minutes before news time. Gabby Denny is today's Good Neighbor of the Day for giving very helpful business advice. Gabby Denny will receive flowers from Jenny Harrison and the family over at Ryan Flowers Coffee and Gifts and News Radio WGNS.
Well, congrats to you today, Gabby, for that. And we'd love to hear from you, our great listeners out there, about birthdays and anniversaries, too. 615-893-1450 is the number to call or text. You got about half an hour to get those in here for this August the 8th. And let me remind you about Good Neighbor of the Day. You can send in a Good Neighbor of the Day by texting neighbor to our number, or you can go to WGNSradio.com/goodneighbor. We do it each weekday, and we could really use your help highlighting some local folks here in our community. World News next on WGNS from CBS, and it's brought to you each and every day by the Low T Center and the law offices of John Day.
At the law offices of John Day, we provide a free initial consultation because we understand that folks don't want to pay a lawyer only to find out they don't have a case. If you think we can help, call me, John Day.
And we'll be back at 11 minutes after 7 o'clock with more of the Wake Up Crew.
Portions of our programming have been pre-recorded. The Good Neighbor Network, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna, flagship station for MTSU Sports. Courthouse clock time, 7 o'clock.
Tropical storm slams ashore.
A lot of water yet to fall here.
Will there be a peaceful transition of power?
He means what he says. We don't take him seriously. He means it.
Terror plot cancels Swift shows.
To get the shock of we're not going was heartbreaking.
Good morning. I'm Steve Kathan. With the CBS World News Roundup, days after hitting Florida as a hurricane, Debbie slammed into South Carolina as a rain-packed tropical storm overnight, with top sustained winds of 50 miles an hour. CBS's Christiane Benavides says it could cause flooding over the next several days on up into New England.
Bladenboro, North Carolina, which is about an hour from here, is under a flash flood emergency after around half a foot of rain fell in just a few hours. The floodwaters have cut the town off from the rest of the county, and emergency responders are going door to door to make sure everyone is safe. Meteorologist from the Weather Channel, Stephanie Abrams, is here with me. Tell me about the threat for today.
That flood risk has really shifted inland as that center of Tropical Storm Debbie is churning over South Carolina with that biggest shield of heavy rain over North Carolina and Virginia. And it will finally pick up speed as it moves through the mid-Atlantic and the Northeast as we go into our Friday.
New lines of attack have surfaced in the presidential campaign. CBS's Nancy Cordes says Republicans are going after the number 2 man on the Democratic ticket, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz.
Donald Trump's running mate, Senator J.D. Vance, has made the accusation about his new Democratic rival at every event the past 2 days.
He allowed rioters to burn down Minneapolis.
He's talking about the unrest and looting in the city of Minneapolis in the days after George Floyd was murdered by police in 2020.
This is a guy who says that he stands for public safety, but actively encouraged the rioters who burned down Minneapolis.
But an audio recording from that time tells a different story.
I fully agree with the way he handled it the last couple of days.
In a phone call with governors, then President Trump praised Governor Tim Walz for calling in the National Guard. The Trump campaign is trying to blunt the Democratic ticket's momentum as enormous crowds turn out for Vice President Kamala Harris and Governor Walz at every stop.
I don't know how I could explain to you walking into that arena in Philly or that field out in Wisconsin or right here to what I have been told is the largest rally of the campaign.
In an exclusive interview for CBS Sunday Morning, President Biden told correspondent Robert Costa he's concerned about what will happen when his term is over.
Are you confident that there will be a peaceful transfer of power in January 2025?
If Trump wins, no, I'm not confident at all. I mean, if Trump loses, I'm not confident at all. He means what he says. We don't take him seriously. He means it. All the stuff about if we lose, there'll be a bloodbath. You can't love your country only when you win.
Now the latest on the suspected terror plot that prompted officials in Vienna, Austria to cancel 3 Taylor Swift shows. CBS's Nicole Skanga has more on the investigation.
Austrian authorities arrived on the scene in the small town of Terence Wednesday morning after unearthing what they called concrete preparatory measures for a terror attack targeting the highest grossing tour in music history. At a press conference, Austrian police said the suspect arrested there was just 19 years old and had pledged allegiance to ISIS at the beginning of July. Another person was arrested later in the day, 45 miles to the northeast in Vienna, where the concerts were set to take place. Ty Wilson traveled more than 5,000 miles east and says he spent upwards of $7,000.
It is heartbreaking to work so hard and to spend all the time and money and effort to get here and not get to do it. But I would much rather go home safe.
In Russia, prosecutors are asking for a 15-year sentence for a Russian-American woman accused of treason for making a $50 donation to a charity supporting Ukraine. Ksenia Karolina, who works at an L.A. spa, pleaded guilty at her trial. 4 minutes after the hour.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
When was the last time you said, I love? No, really. When was the last time you said, I love my pillow? We think we know why this is so difficult. Because your pillow sucks. That's right. As soon as you lay on it, it needs to be scrunched and adjusted, which some pitchman convinced you is a good thing. And in the middle of the night, it starts all over again. I Love My Pillow is not a cheap infomercial pillow. In fact, for the last 10 years, I Love My Pillow has only been available in the finest bedding shops. The secret to I Love My Pillow is in our proprietary homemade foam. I guarantee you'll be saying, I love my pillow. Go to ilovemypillow.com to get sized for your custom-made pillow, handcrafted in the heart of America. I guarantee this pillow won't suck or your money back.
Order now and get a free travel pillow. Just put promo code LOVE. That's promo code LOVE at ilovemypillow.com.
Federal investigators have heard from crew members on that Alaska Airlines jet that had a door plug blow out just after takeoff in January. CBS's Chris Van Cleve.
When the door panel blew out of Alaska Airlines Flight 1282, the pilots heard a loud bang. Their ears popped. The cockpit door flew open and ripped off the co-pilot's headset. The captain called the rapid depressurization an explosive experience. The first officer called it chaos as the pilots struggled to communicate. They didn't know their brand new 737 MAX was now flying with a gaping hole.
It's becoming more apparent now that the trouble with the new spacecraft that got astronauts to the space station could prevent it from bringing them back. CBS's Mark Strassman.
Astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams were supposed to spend 8 days in space. NASA now says they could spend 8 months. Starliner has 2 unresolved issues: helium leaks and worries about small maneuvering engines that failed on the flight to the International Space Station. The next SpaceX mission to the ISS could launch with a crew of 2 instead of 4, leaving 2 empty seats for Wilmore and Williams to return next February. We asked NASA astronaut Nick Hague about the possibility of giving up his seat.
Ultimately, those are my colleagues up there, and there's nothing I want to see more than for them to come home safely.
1 year ago today, the raging fire that ripped through Maui, Hawaii. At least 102 people died. Homes and businesses in Lahaina, a popular tourist spot, were lost. Hawaii Governor Josh Green visited a temporary housing project.
The first year was about survival. The second year will be about rebuilding. And there will be thousands of homes built now.
16 workers at an indoor water park that was just opening in Webster, Texas, needed hospital treatment. Fire Chief Dean Spencer says pool chemicals were improperly mixed.
As the chemical reaction occurred, there was a cloud which affected the people that were outside in the area, which they ingested some of this, which they had some breathing problems, so they were transported to the hospital.
Visitors to the San Diego Zoo today will get the first look at the 2 pandas that arrived from China several weeks ago.
I want to see one so bad.
I haven't seen, obviously, pandas in years.
They're just so adorable. You just want to snuggle up with them.
Pandas returning to that zoo for the first time since 2019. Time on the roundup, 8 past the hour.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
She posted about us just now.
Celebrities can't get enough of Be Honest Bespoke skincare line.
She has 147 million followers. How do we monetize?
She needs a social media associate to help her with the hype.
We should repost this. Do we need a hashtag?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
That's the latest from CBS News Radio. I'm Steve Kathan. The Wake Up Crew with Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, and Dalton Barrett continues now here on News Radio WGNS.
Good morning, everybody. Brian Barrett with you this morning, joined by John Dinkins, Dalton Barrett, as we continue another hour of the Wake Up Crew for News Radio WGNS. Time to check on traffic and weather together. This update brought to you by Toots.
Thank you, Rutherford County, for 39 amazing years.
Hi, let me ask Jack Hayes what his favorite thing is and why.
The chicken fingers and french fries. We've had them for a long time, and they're the best you can get in the whole entire town. So come on and get your homemade barbecue sauce and those good chicken fingers and french fries.
So swing by one of our 4 Rutherford County locations. Many things have changed, but one thing hasn't. Toots is still the place for good food and fun.
Checking your Rutherford County weather. Mostly sunny for today. Highs top out near 94 degrees. Winds north 5 to 15 miles per hour. Higher gusts possible. Tonight, clear to partly cloudy. Lows drop to 73. Winds north-northwest 5 to 10. Friday, lots more sunshine. Highs approach 91. Then lows fall back to 63 on Friday night. I'm meteorologist Phil Jensko with your Wake Up Crew forecast. Right now it's 75.
We're excited to announce that Capstar Bank is now officially a division of Old National Bank. Old National Bank in Murfreesboro at 2230 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Old National Bank, ready to serve you.
Old National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Good morning. A minor wreck to the side out here on 40 eastbound, right near Central Pike. It's going to be in the Hermitage area. Of course, the heaviest flow is coming over on the westbound lanes. They moved that wreck pretty quickly. Ellington Parkway southbound at Trinity Lane. It's pretty slow now down 65 southbound there at Trinity Lane. Trying to get down through there is a mess. Hey, Prince's Hot Chicken now has new items on the menu. Check them all out today. You can even order online. PrincesHotChicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Now you can watch some of your favorite radio shows. Try Big G TV. Subscribe for free on YouTube at News Radio WGNS and WGNS Radio on Facebook and X. Local content that matters to Rutherford County.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
It's me, Mario, and you're listening to The Wake Up Crew on News Radio WGNS with John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett. Here we go!
Yes, indeed. Here we go into the second hour of the Wake Up Crew. Good morning. Good Thursday morning. If you're driving around out there getting through those school zones, first full day of school now, so got to be careful. Watch out there. Be careful of all of those folks out and about. And maybe you're not up just yet. Yeah. Time to get on up. Maybe you've got a later school time or whatnot, but I'd say you're probably up if you're going to school by now. Coming up here on the program today, we're going to be talking to our friends at the Villages of Murfreesboro here in just a few, and it's Throwback Thursday, so we'll have some of that for you here this morning. It is Thursday, August the 8th, episode 1466 of the Wake Up Crew, and high school sports cranking up here soon. The first Thursday, Primetime Sports Thursday, presented by Ideas Tees, is a week from today, 7 days. First Coaches Show is a week from this Saturday, so that's 9 days away. And the first high school game, opening week, doubleheader Thursday, Shelbyville at Siegel, and then on Friday we've got Riverdale at Smyrna. So that's high school sports planned for you. And, of course, it's back to school week, so we've got back to school songs on our Song of the Day.
Beauty school dropout. No graduation day for you, beauty school dropout. Missed your midterms and flunked shampoo. Well, at least
Frankie Avalon with Beauty School Dropout from the movie Grease. And that's your Song of the Day there this morning. You know, John, I know it can be tough going back to school and, you know, getting up early. And so I found this one person who kind of put it to music, you know, getting up early and going to school.
To get on to work instead of staying in bed, and I scream at the top of my lungs.
Woo, if that didn't wake you up, I don't know what will.
You ever feel like that some days?
Yeah, I'm not quite that easy. I mean, I'm not that full of energy as much, but
I guess that's true. Oh,
take that down a drag or two. I'd probably be right.
Yeah.
But
so I ran across that in scrolling through social media, and I ran across this one, and I just watched it over and over and over again. So there was this guy with his friends on an airplane, and they were waiting in the airplane. You know, sometimes you get on board and you have to wait to, you know, take off and that kind of thing. And so the friend, probably knowing that his other friend's laugh was a certain way, just yelled out, and he really got tickled at it, and this is what it sounded like. That's his laugh. And then the whole plane erupted in laughter.
That sounds like a donkey, doesn't it?
It does. It sounds like, but so that's a new sound effect we have on the board.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, something's funny.
Dalton won't like that one.
No, put that with Janice. You know.
Oh, Janice.
Yeah. Janice never gets old. Well, John, you train your whole life to become an Olympic athlete, and now here's your moment, and it's ruined by something out of your control. That happened to American swimmer Claire Weinstein. She finished first in her 200-meter freestyle heat against Canadian Mary Sophie Harvey, which sounds great, except when they flashed the names on the screen, the name said Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, wow.
So one of the little snafus of the moment that's been on social media saying creepy moment at swimming Paris 24.
Yeah. There have been a lot of weird moments.
There have been.
Pole vaulting. That's several,
Yes.
That was a big to do.
Really big to do. So, yeah.
That poor guy will
Forever.
Forever.
Yeah, yeah.
And
then they're French swimmers and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
Air conditioning. Here's a new survey out about how different cities across the world use their air conditioners. Of course, we talk about it all the time. Set your thermostat between 76 and 78 to maintain
Right.
with MTE to help cut your energy costs.
Yeah.
Tokyo, they set their air conditioners highest at 79 degrees.
Okay, what's the point in having it?
Well, in Nigeria, their lowest is 71 on the thermostat.
Yeah. Okay.
New York was a close runner-up. Houston, Texas wins the award for the amount of time the AC is on. About 17 hours a day in Houston, the AC is running. So that's 17 of the 24 hours it's constantly running.
Yeah.
I'd say that's pretty
I
close
wonder
here.
how much it is in Tennessee. Probably that much.
I would think with the humidity. We've all really got one thing in common, though. 70% of us say when we use our air conditioner more than we did 10 years ago. So every country in the world says they use it more than they ever did before.
Yeah, that's for sure. 30 years ago, it'd be a lot more.
So it got me to thinking about my dad's house, the house I grew up in. There was no central heat and air in his house. And I know it was always a big time when we decided to put in the window units. He had window air conditioners. Had one in the living room, in his bedroom, and in my bedroom. And the rest of the house just got cooled.
So the
from
kitchen
those.
was always warmer than every place else?
Always.
Yeah.
And especially if you decided to cook in there. And for heat, there was, no central heat and air. So the heat was gas logs, gas fireplace. And boy, you could hardly stay in the living room.
Well, it's Throwback Thursday. I've got a throwback about air conditioning back in the 60s.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so I'll hold that till later on.
And air conditioning in cars, boy, we've come a long way there, too.
Oh, we used to roll the windows down. Now they even make the windows where you really can't roll them down. They make too much noise and too much
the wind noise coming in.
Yeah, and you can't hardly stand it.
Well, I can remember as a kid, my dad's truck didn't have air conditioning in it.
Yeah.
It had a fan.
I've driven several. I've driven several like that.
Yeah. So Throwback Thursday is coming up. The Villages of Murfreesboro right after sports.
This is News Radio WGNS Prime Time Sports.
Sponsored by the law offices of John Day.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
At the Olympics, the U.S. women's basketball team won its quarterfinal match over Nigeria 88-74. That's 59 straight wins in Olympic competition for the U.S. women's basketball team. They'll face Australia in the semifinals Friday. In baseball, the Phillies beat the Dodgers 9-4 in a battle of division leaders. Kyle Schwarber hit 3 home runs, drove in 7 for Philadelphia as they take 2 of 3 in the series and reclaim the top record in baseball at 68-46. For the Dodgers, their lead in the NL West is down to 3 on San Diego and Arizona. Astros beat the Rangers 6-4, while the Mariners lose to the Tigers 6-2. Houston now has a half-game lead on Seattle for the top spot in the AL West. Yankees and Angels split a doubleheader in the Bronx, while the Orioles beat the Blue Jays 7-3. So Baltimore and New York are once again tied for the top spot in the AL East. Diamondbacks swept a doubleheader from the Guardians in Cleveland. Cleveland now has lost 5 in a row. Their lead in the AL Central still at 3.5 on Minnesota.
All right, guys, if you're only middle-aged but wondering why it seems harder to keep up, you're not alone. It may be caused by low testosterone. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, can help you get back to your best. But not just any TRT, not those websites offering only basic treatments. You have to see the provider specialist at Low T Center. They offer advanced personalized treatments with over a decade of experience. At Low T Center, you'll start with a simple test and get your results in about 25 minutes. Go to lowtcenter.com to book your appointment online. lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the Law Offices of John Day. I've lived and worked as a lawyer in Middle Tennessee for over 30 years, and to me, every single day has been an honor. That's why our firm is so involved with community programs like bicycle helmet giveaways and our Safe Ride Home program. At the Law Offices of John Day, we're not just looking to make donations. We want to make a difference in the community we hold so dear. And if you're ever injured, know that we are here for you too.
When the unexpected happens, fire, water, or storm damage, Farrah Construction can help. Farrah Construction is also there to help when a car slams through the wall, and that seems to happen more often these days. I'm Ron Hall. Let our family at Farrah Construction help you. Call Farrah Construction and we'll board up, put down tarps, secure your home or business until the insurance coverage is approved. I'm Ron Hall. Shop local. Let our family business help you. Farrah Construction Company.
Boots, Boots, Boots. French's Shoes and Boots is your hometown store for the latest in Southern style and unbeatable prices. French's famous bargain racks are loaded with deals on name brand footwear priced 70 to 90% below retail. Come see why French's has been Tennessee's favorite place to shop since 1903. Find that new favorite pair you'll be proud to wear at French's Shoes and Boots.
Shop at French's. French's Shoes and Boots.
1837 South Church Street in Murfreesboro.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, and Dalton Barrett.
7:22 is our time, and it is time for us here on this Thursday to head to the villages of Murfreesboro. We're going to talk with Melissa Moulet today, the Life Enrichment Director with Memory Care. First of all, Melissa, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me again.
Absolutely. Good to catch up with you. Today, something kind of unique. You know, we're in that time of the year, the holidays getting closer, you know, kids doing all their school things, and it's just kind of the normalcy, and then the holidays hit, and then you have all kinds of extra things from Thanksgiving to Christmas and parties. And so we're going to kind of let you expand on that just a little bit, and how, you know, having some time for those with memory care issues, just a chance to get away from it all, like a Calgon moment, I think, maybe.
Absolutely. You know, being part of a team where our main goal is to keep them active. That's what we're supposed to do, activities. But also, too, what a person, especially with dementia, needs is some quiet downtime as well. They need time for their brains to relax and not have so much stimulation. So there are actually 6 benefits I wanted to talk about where silence and solitude are so important for somebody, especially with dementia.
Let's hear what the first one would be.
Okay. Well, would be the first thing would be brain health. Already their brains are, you know, have a deficit. So having some brain health enhances their cognitive function and their memory. Okay. It can also help them to reduce stress when you have just quiet time, lowers their stress hormones, and improves their mental health. It also helps lower their blood pressure. Reduced blood pressure can help with the heart disease risk. And these people are, you know, they're more susceptible. Better sleep. You know, having silence and solitude can promote relaxation and reduces the insomnia. Improved social connections. When they have time to be social, but yet at the same time, they can have a time to relax and walk away, even if they want to, from a specific activity. And I never stop them from doing that. It encourages them for listening and being more mindful of their surroundings. And then the last one is the emotional well-being. It helps support self-reflection and their emotional processing of what's going on around them.
You know, there is a thing called overstimulation, and we can all get that, right?
Oh, absolutely. And that's a big thing for me is, you know, again, I go back to, I'm supposed to keep them busy. They're supposed to be busy, busy, busy. But then there's a time where it's time where we need to have some quiet time and let their brains decompress. because the day in the life of a resident, you have to look at it. The first thing they do when they get up, they're talking to a caregiver, and then they're seeing a nurse, and then they're seeing somebody like me, and then they're seeing maybe an OT therapist or a physical therapist, a loved one, a doctor that comes in. It's always something. And I know at the end of my day, I don't want anybody talking to me. I get home, just let me decompress because I've talked all day. So I feel that for my residents, and I respect that they deserve that time to make me meditate. And I'm going to incorporate that into my programming. It's more meditation. I'm going to have quiet activities where we're just drawing or coloring and nobody has to talk. Doing group activities where they can be together and not have to say anything, I think actually speaks volumes.
I used to go home, and when the kids were small, the first thing they want to do is talk and, all this. And it's like, having those conversations with your spouse after that, it's like, I talk all day and, in my job, just like you were saying. And sometimes just to have a relaxing 10 or 15 minutes could go a long way to help change even my mood. And I could only imagine if, those with, memory care issues, how they really need to fall into that.
Absolutely. The old adage, they say silence is golden.
Yeah.
That carries through. It's like sometimes I think they would like to say to me, do not disturb me right now, but they don't know how to. So how they do that is maybe with a negative behavior. And that's their way of telling me they need to shut down. And I totally am okay with that. Sometimes I say, I know you guys have listened to me talk for an hour. I'm going to give you a break. And they like that because a lot of our residents, they are still very aware. So they appreciate it when I say to them, listen, I'm just going to walk away, let you guys talk amongst yourself for a little while. And then I'll hear them giggling as I'm walking away. It just gives them more freedom to be themselves and not be so structured all the time.
And I think for those who are caregivers themselves that are listening to this may be really good advice for them. When they see that type of behavior and don't really understand it, just a chance to walk away. You may have to pick it up later, but, give some time, right?
Yes. Like I said, there's still people like we are. Just because you have a memory issue doesn't mean that you don't have the same emotions and feelings that we have. So I have to be extra mindful of that to watch them and know each individual person. And I can tell when somebody's like they've had it. They can't focus anymore. So I let them shut down. And that's perfectly fine to let them shut down. If you have a loved one at home and you see that they're wandering or they're not making eye contact with you anymore, that's their subtle way of saying, I'm ready just to be quiet for a minute.
Great information today from Melissa Moulet, Life Enrichment Director at Memory Care at the Villages of Murfreesboro. Find out more at thevillagesmurfreesboro.com.
Hi, this is Stan with Parks Auction Company, and by now you've probably heard our commercials and know that we are committed to helping you increase your investments. Call 896-4600 to set an appointment with me or one of my team members. That's 896-4600. Parks Auction Company. We handle everything.
If your job situation is changing because of layoffs or restructuring, you may have to make several decisions. One important decision may be what to do with your retirement plan. Make sure your retirement stays on track. I'm Lee Colvin, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and I'd like to help. Stop by our office in the Public Shopping Center on South Rutherford Boulevard or give us a call at 615-907-7056 for a face-to-face appointment. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
You get the call from your mother, and we started talking, and she decided to move.
Residents at the Villages of Murfreesboro say it best.
I like the size. From what I understand, there were like 65 residents, and other places I looked at were 3 or 4 stories. And so I thought the ratio to staff to residents, I thought was important. The food, from what I understand, was good, and I knew that would be important to her.
The Villages of Murfreesboro is located at 2550 Willow Oak Trail.
Broadcasting from the Middle Tennessee Electric Studios, MTE Sharing Change is funded by members who round up their electric bills to the nearest dollar each month as a donation and support hundreds of local nonprofits. Find out more at sharingchange.org.
Since 1903, French's Shoes and Boots has been your hometown store for boots, shoes, apparel, and more. We always have the latest styles from all of your favorite brands. Plus, we have racks loaded with unbelievable bargains, up to 90% off. If you find a lower price, we'll match it, because nobody beats French's everyday low prices.
It makes good sense to shop at French's. French's Shoes and Boots.
1837 South Church Street in Murfreesboro.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, and Dalton Barrett.
7:30 is our time. It's a Thursday morning, August the 8th, episode 1466 on the Wake Up Crew. Back to school full-time today.
And happy birthday today to Pamela Barnett, Michelle Bufford, Elaine Hanks, Craig Snyder, Marty Hull, Christy Baird, and Mike Bickford.
So those are the names we have on our birthday list so far. We came into the morning with those, so if you've called or texted this morning or even emailed, we've got those birthdays. If you haven't done so, now is your time. The number, 615-893-1450. It's the Slick Pig Barbecue Birthday Club. We're going to announce everybody's name in about a half an hour and give away banana pudding from Slick Pig. But right now, local news, traffic, and weather for you.
With the law offices of John Day on your side, we understand what you're going through, and we have the experience to get the answers, justice, and compensation your family deserves. Call the law offices of John Day.
Checking your Rutherford County weather. Mostly sunny for today. Highs top out near 94 degrees. Winds north 5 to 15 miles per hour. Higher gusts possible. Tonight, clear to partly cloudy. Lows drop to 73. Winds north-northwest 5 to 10. Friday, lots more sunshine. Highs approach 91. Then lows fall back to 63 on Friday night. I'm meteorologist Phil Jensko with your Wake Up Crew forecast. Right now it's 75.
Good morning. It looked like motorists were dodging some type of debris a few minutes ago on 65 southbound at Long Hollow Pike as that traffic builds down out of Millersville through that section of Sumner County headed towards Nashville. It's loading up also here on 24 westbound. Be careful. It's pretty busy now as you work your way out of Murfreesboro, Rutherford County up through the Antioch area. Wilson County traffic so far so good, but it's busy. Westbound I-40 there out of the Mount Juliet area towards Hermitage. Prince's Hot Chicken has new items on the menu. PrincesHotChicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck. You're on time traffic.
Now an update from the WGNSradio.com News Center.
I'm Ron Jordan. Middle Tennessee State University's College of Education is training Nissan automotive employees to teach technical courses in local high schools this fall. It's part of a collaborative partnership with Nissan's Center of Excellence near Deckard to offer advanced manufacturing skills training at those schools. Students in the program will have the opportunity to earn industry-recognized certifications and accreditations upon completion, according to Nissan, which operates a powertrain manufacturing facility in Deckard, and pursued partnerships with K-12 school districts within 50 miles of the facility to establish centers at high schools. Sheriff's deputies and police in Murfreesboro, Smyrna, and Laverne monitored school zones on Wednesday when Rutherford County and Murfreesboro City School students started a new year with their first half day. Sheriff's SRO Sergeant Dustin Cox reminds drivers to slow down in the school zones and pay attention to students who walk to school. Some school zone safety lights are being repaired, so drivers are reminded to slow down and be extra cautious for students as they return to class. School crossing officers will be posted at school zones to provide extra safety for students. Please slow down, refrain from using your phone, and obey the school crossing officer's signals during school times. PepsiCo Beverages North America celebrated the grand opening of a new warehouse and distribution center in Smyrna. It's now the company's largest in the Southeast and second largest in the country. The new facility tripled Pepsi's local warehouse footprint with the relocation of its former downtown Nashville distribution warehouse facility to a nearly 400,000 square foot state-of-the-art location in Smyrna. It's at 2020 Midway Lane. For more information about job opportunities, visit PepsiCoJobs.com. I'm Ron Jordan reporting.
The Good Neighbor Network, on air and online at WGNSradio.com. Rutherford County's most trusted source for local news.
Shopping for your DIY projects, odds are at the Habitat Restore.
We got it.
If you have a painting project going on, we have plenty of paint supplies. Come see us here at the Habitat Restore.
Find it at the Restore.
If you need batteries, come to the Restore.
We got it at the Habitat Restore.
850 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in Murfreesboro.
Remember, we got it today at the Habitat Restore, but it may be gone tomorrow.
We got it, yeah.
Fellas, if you've noticed a lack of energy, motivation, and drive, it could be low testosterone. Don't wait. Get checked by the experts at Low T Center. They have over a decade of experience helping patients achieve life-changing results with testosterone therapy, or TRT. And for established patients, they offer the convenience of physician-monitored at-home TRT with advanced personalized plans that include both lab testing and self-inject medication. Low T Center makes it easy, shipping directly to your door. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment online. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Here's a question. What do you want from your electric co-op?
Fast response if the power goes out.
An app that keeps me informed. Tips to lower my monthly bill.
Communication on things that matter to me.
Done, 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 done.
I want to know everything.
Everything? Well, young lady, let me show you the MyMTE app. Energy Service Life. That's Middle Tennessee Electric. We're here to get done what matters most to you. Learn more at mte.com.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, and Dalton Barrett.
Well, we made it to 7:35 here this morning on the Wake Up Crew from News Radio WGNS, and it's time to do a little throwback today.
Do you remember these?
Well, we were talking about air conditioning earlier, and that, 70% of the country, they use the air conditioner more than they did 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to tell, when we first moved to Murfreesboro, that was in 64. Yeah, 64. We moved in the summer because my dad had a job teaching in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
So we bought a new house, first time we'd ever bought a house. And every other place we rented, but every other place we had were a lot of trees. We came from Hartsville, where there was this big, large trees. We lived on this guy's farm.
Mm-hmm. Well, that gives you some shade at least, I guess.
So I never did really think about air conditioning that much. Well, this plot of land where the house was built, had no trees. I mean, they had maybe two that they just put in.
Oh, okay.
You know how you do on a new house.
So it was a new house then.
Yeah. Myers Parsons owned that land, and we bought it from him, and they built a house. And it was like a spa. I mean, except in a bad way. The weather was so hot that summer, and we were like baking. I mean, we were baking.
And they didn't put HVACs in homes.
No. And they did have electric heaters, wall heaters,
mm-hmm.
but no air conditioning. And quite honestly, Dad didn't have enough money to buy us an air conditioner at the time because we'd spent it all on the house.
Yeah.
So we baked for a whole summer. And it wasn't until the following summer that we got an air conditioner. But there weren't any in our rooms. We all had window fans.
Oh,
you know, in our rooms.
I remember that too.
And the living room wouldn't hardly make it to the bedrooms back there. And it's so amazing though how we've changed over the years, and we're really spoiled. And people always ask, was it really that hot as it is now, or did we just not realize it because we weren't used to air conditioning?
Right.
I don't know. I can't really answer that question because it was such a gradual turn of events that maybe it was.
I think it just became more common that people got air conditioning, went to the 70s. But like I said, the house I grew up in the 80s and 90s had no air conditioning unless you put in the window units.
Yeah. And eventually we had a window unit in every room.
Yeah.
But then central heat and air came, and then our lives were changed.
It changed it all.
And there were a lot of people in the central heat and air business made a lot of money on putting them in homes.
Oh, sure.
That didn't have them.
Well, so when you hear about, today the temperature was such and such, and the record was this back in 1963, so sometimes the records are broken, in 2024 or whatever for high temperature, but still, I mean,
you can go back and look. They'll go back in 1963. It was 98.
Correct. So that's the point. I mean, it was hot then. I think we're just not as accustomed to it.
Yeah, that's true. Got a big event coming up.
Yeah, this weekend. Just want to remind you, the Walter Hill School will be celebrating their 100th anniversary. So Saturday, 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. You can go to the school. They've got food trucks out there and all kinds of things just to Nice little walk down memory lane.
And good luck parking.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
Yeah, because that's a very short time frame, 11 to 1.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I've credit myself for being 10 years of that 100-year history. What would that be? 0.1?
A tenth of the time.
A tenth of the time? Yeah. So I feel like, though, I was there so much longer.
I mean, yeah, it kind of would feel that way.
Of course, if you count Wilson, I guess in that area, I was there for, 27, 28 years, but it's a very short length of time when you think about it. Roger Brewington was before. I don't remember who was before Mr. Brewington, but I know Butch was there after that, and then
so those
Kay
two.
Martin was principal there, and Helen Bailey and Helen Campbell, and then whoever's presently there, which I can't think of their name.
Yeah, well, I guess between Brewington and Campbell, that was about 60 of the 100 years.
That's right.
So
right.
Pretty close. All right, that's Throwback Thursday.
This is Pastor Nikki Ajapong, lead pastor of Holy Hill Chapel in Murfreesboro.
Here are sermons on WGNS every Sunday night at 7:30.
Extending the love of God.
Reviving the community at Holy Hill Chapel, TN.org.
At Heritage South Community Credit Union, we help when others won't. It's what our members tell us we do every day. The older model car you need to get to work? Yeah, we've helped with that. When you have a financial emergency and don't know where to turn, we've helped with that. Repairing your credit? Yes, we've helped with that. How about a second chance at a checking account? We've even helped with that. Experience the Heritage South difference. Learn more at heritagesouth.org. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey bargain hunters, listen up. This is Rodney French from French's Shoes and Boots. If bargain prizes is what you want, come to French's and shop our everyday bargain racks. These shoes and boots are out of the boxes and are always 50 to 90% off the regular retail prices. Shoe brands like Cole Haan, Joseph Seibel, Clark's, Nike, and more. Boot brands like Justin, Ariat, Corral, Chippewa, Dan Post, and many more. Out of the box, but 50 to 90% off every day. That's French's Shoes and Boots.
French's Shoes and Boots.
1837 South Church Street in Murfreesboro.
Ascension St. Thomas Heart is the leader in Middle Tennessee for heart care, providing the most advanced options, including heart surgery and transplants. Our nationally recognized cardiac team cares for more adult hearts than anyone in the state, from AFib to heart failure, using minimally invasive options when possible to help shorten recovery, making Ascension St. Thomas Heart your first choice for routine heart care and cardiac emergencies. Schedule a heart screening or find a cardiologist at ascension.org/St. Thomas Heart.
Everywhere you go in this area, you see beautiful brick mailboxes from LaGreen's Masonry. Visit their website and see their variety. LaGreensMasonry.com. A family business you can trust. LaGreen's Masonry.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, and Dalton Barrett.
Well, we want to thank you for joining us on the Wake Up Crew this morning.
Yes, we do.
7:42 is our time. We're wrapping things up here this morning.
I'm not allowed to talk right here, am I?
Well, you can.
Oh, okay.
Want to say good morning to our friends at Middle Tennessee Electric. MTE powers the Wake Up Crew and WGNS, and of course your air conditioning, right? You need it during these hot summer months. We've got some energy saving tips for you. Schedule those heat-related chores like cooking, cleaning, and laundry to the early morning or the evening hours, and you can find more tips at mte.com/myenergyplan. Our good neighbor, Gabby Dennis, today. Gabby is the good neighbor for giving helpful business advice. Gabby Davis receiving flowers today from Ryan Flowers Coffee and Gifts, along with News Radio WGNS Good Neighbor of the Day. Send in your good neighbors by texting neighbor to 615-893-1450. And just tap on that link when you get it back. You can go to our website and find it as well in a couple of places. WGNSradio.com/good neighbor, a good place for that as well. And we need your help with those good neighbors. And thanks to Ryan Flowers for their consistent help with the Good Neighbor of the Day.
Time for the dad joke of the day. Replay.
I've been waiting all morning for this.
I bet you have. Yep. What do you call it when one banana eats another?
I don't know what.
Cannabanalism.
Replay.
Cannabanalism. Yeah.
You got that down pretty good.
Yeah.
I think I gave you a 4. Listen to it again. It doesn't help it any.
Oh yeah.
But you know, I can't knock points off because initially I gave you a 4 just because you could say it
at 6:40 in the morning.
Yeah.
On the first go around.
Yeah.
Well, what else have we learned today?
We talked about the hot days of the 60s and the 80s and the 90s when we didn't have air conditioning.
Yep.
Your dad was like, was he difficult about wanting to get air conditioning, or did he think it was too cold, or?
Putting them in was convincing him to put them in because it was so hot. You know, I mean, it took a little bit of time to put them in the window and put the, insulation around them to make sure, because they came in and out. You know, you took them out in the wintertime. So, yeah.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
We never did.
Yeah.
Really?
Took them out in the wintertime. That way the windows didn't have cold air coming in from outside, in the winter. So they were always in and out.
Did y'all have screen windows on your house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
It could be a hassle back then. You had to have two people.
Yeah.
Unless it was a little small bedroom one.
Now the one in the living room was pretty good size. But
now they got some that fit on your table,
Oh, I know.
Air conditioning. It's supposed to cool the whole room. I'm not sure about that, but
you put ice in it, I think, or something like
that.
Don't you?
I think that's right. Something. Yeah.
Yep. That's a few of the things that we talked about this morning on the Wake Up Crew, and we debuted some AI songs that we had.
Yeah.
That, our engineer.
I loved them, except for just that one little Brian John thing. John, it should be John Brian. It sounded like it has more flow with John Bryan and Dalton.
Oh, does it now?
Yeah, I've been practicing it, and it sounds much better. John Bryan Dalton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you missed part of the Wake Up Crew this morning,
that won't be changed.
You might want to check our podcast. It'll be up shortly, just about after 8 o'clock or so. Give me time to get that up at WGNSradio.com, the podcast section, and then go on down to Wake Up Crew.
Next on the Wake Up Crew, the stupid, silly stat of the day.
In 2011, a 99-year-old Italian man divorced his 96-year-old wife after finding her secret love letters from the 1940s revealing an affair.
Oh, wow.
After 50 years, additional years.
Gosh, no, that would make you, how low?
At that point, you might as well just hang it out, right? Hang on.
I guess so.
Well, hanging out with Frankie Avalon with our song of the day.
Beauty school dropout.
Today's the first full day of school, so enjoy that. We'll see you back tomorrow to wrap up the week. For John, I'm Brian.